Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Kimberly Reese Mensah. I'm a wife, a mother, a publicist, and a friend. Won't you join me every Monday for Motivation Mondays as we navigate this crazy life we all live in? See you there. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. I got in just before noon, so it is still morning. How are you guys doing? How you doing? I am doing Motivation Monday this morning from my living room. Although I've been out and I've done my normal Monday stuff, as you guys who follow me know that I do my Monday shopping. I pick up my groceries on Monday. I do a lot on Monday, and I've done all that already, but I got so busy doing stuff in the kitchen and all that, and I came out the car. I didn't really do my motivation video this morning in the car. But good morning. How are you guys? Please, if you follow me on YouTube, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Listen. Of course, normally I do my Dunkin', as you guys know, but if you look in the description, this for the next 2 weeks, so now we have maybe 12 days or a little less than 12 days, I think, left for the 2-week Buy Me a Coffee. So let me explain what this is. And I'm going to put the link in the description below here again. Buy Me a Coffee means for the next 2 weeks, instead of buying a coffee that you would normally go buy a coffee at Starbucks or Dunkin' like I do every Monday, I'm asking you to donate that $5 to our nonprofit, okay? So in the link, you will see the link to the event, but also you see the link to the GoFundMe page, right? So, but good morning to everybody. Good morning, Ria. How are you? So I didn't do my coffee, but I have my orange juice. And I actually have it in a birthday glass that my daughter gave me, Christina, this past birthday. How y'all doing? How you doing? So, of course, we have to take a sip. I miss my Dunkin' though. And I'm going to tell you, I miss my Dunkin' big time because the Dunkin' that used to be around the corner from me is under construction. So I cannot go and get my Dunkin'. I'm just not happy about that. But there is other Dunkins. But again, I am sacrificing my Dunkin' and my coffee to donate to the nonprofit. So I am actually doing it myself. So that $5 that I would have spent, it comes almost to $5, the drinks that I get. It's like $4 or something. I donate $5 to the nonprofit every week and every time I think about buying a coffee. So I'm saying buy me a coffee, buy us a coffee by donating the $5. So the link is in the description. Please make sure you go and look at that. Again, this will be a rebroadcast on my YouTube channel. So if you follow me on YouTube, you will see it. So good morning. Let's get into it, shall we? I wanted to do a quick video. I had a Zoom call at noon that got canceled. So this gives me a little more opportunity to kind of really chat a little bit more. I tried to do the fundraiser on YouTube. My husband and I, we tried to figure it out, the live. It was an epic fail. I could not get the link to work. People were coming in, trying to see where we were, what we're doing. There's we can't get in. I was getting text messages. My husband was talking to me on one phone. People were texting me on another phone. I had my laptop open. It was crazy. And it didn't work out. So, but we're going to continue. And I'm going to continue talking about what we're doing. Because right now, although the climate is very, very hard for a lot of people economically, right? What happens though in other countries like Ghana, other third world countries is that they feel the impact greater. So it is very hard for them right now. So that's what our nonprofit is for. Our foundation is to help as much as possible. And again, we've identified several people and under who will receive. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Who will receive the funding and the support from our nonprofit. So when you give, every dime of it goes to the foundation. Every dime. And, I've spent a lot of my own money too, doing these projects. Our current project is Project Mary. If you guys go to YouTube, there's a link there. It's good to see you, Carrie. We got to catch up. You will see that the project what we're doing, how we started, and how we are finishing. We're trying to finish the project around her home. Mary, again, is a widow. She has 6 children. And because the flooding is so bad, the flooding comes to her home. And so we're building concrete barriers, which we've done that part. And now we've got to work on the outside of the house. So it's not quite done. Plus, we need to buy beds and clothing for the kids. So we're still working on that. So again, anything you guys can do, let's do it. So let's get into the topic at hand. Let's talk about moving on and our words, right? Let's talk about our words. I was so impressed with the word that my pastor gave this weekend, right? Hey, Michelle, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you, honey. Good to see you. And let's talk about what words do, right? Words hurt. Words are significant. Words are like, they're powerful, right? And I think that one of the problems that I think we have is as society is that we don't communicate very well. Our communication sucks, right? Women, we are communicators. Women, we know how to chat. We know how to talk. We know how to engage. Even if you are introvert, you still have the wherewithal as a woman to do that. Hey, Lorraine, how are you? And so the unfortunate part is that our counterparts, men, sometimes don't communicate that well, right? So sometimes if you're trying to convey something or say something to someone, your words can make or break the conversation. Your words can make or break the relationship. Your words can make or break how the outcome is of that situation. Perfect example. You guys know I always use my own life as an example. So my husband and I are from 2 different cultures, right? And sometimes what he says is different from what I say or a meaning of a word. For example, I call him spoiled. I say, you are so spoiled. And he's like, well, what do you mean I'm spoiled? Now, in Ghana and most African countries, spoiled means it's broken or it's no more. It's spoiled. Another phrase is we'll say, oh, it's all gone or it's done. They'll say it's finished, right? So there's a different word play there, like a meaning of it. And culturally, that can be, a challenge in some ways, how you communicate with each other. Over the last 4 years, almost 4 years, my husband and I have been trying to really work on that and the breakdown of our communication, right? Because again, culturally and, it's a whole different situation, 2 different continents, whatever. But we have to be careful with our words and what we say. I'm in a situation where I am probably the nicest person you'll ever meet. And sometimes I will allow people to do things and I will let it go because I don't want to say the wrong thing or come across the wrong way, right? I am a businesswoman. Now, when it comes to business, I am very stern. I'm very firm. I can be fair, but, being in business for myself for 20 years and then prior to that working for 2 Fortune 500 companies, I kind of learned some things, right? I learned how to communicate a certain way. And as a communicator, as a publicist agent, that's kind of what I do. However, I have learned that I can no longer allow people to talk to me a certain way. I can no longer allow people to and this is, you get to a point where even as a real adult, I'm real grown, right? I say this to my children, be careful about what people say to you and you are to stand up for yourself. It's okay to stand up for yourself, but it's also okay to take some grace because unfortunately, not everybody is raised the way you were raised. Not everybody has the same upbringing. Not everybody has the same moral compass that you have or your family may have had. So if they say something and it's very harsh and direct and very, very curt, that may be their way of communicating, right? And that may be how they speak. It is what it is. So I have learned to not only not allow people to talk to me a certain way, but also have grace, in that I have to sit back and pray and think about it and say, okay, this person is doing this because this is what happened to them. Or this person is doing this because this is what they know. This is their background, especially if you know anything about a person. And like, for example, I called a customer service situation with one of my credit cards. I wanted to make sure that my interest rates was changed. Y'all do that. If you have credit cards, call the credit card company. If you've had the credit card for a few months, call them and say, this is a tip to you. Tell them you would like your interest rates dropped. I've been paying my payments on time for the last 4 months. Please drop my interest rate. You can do that, okay? That's a little extra free tip. But I'm like called, and the woman on the other end was so rude. And the way she spoke to me and how she communicated with me was terrible. And I have gotten to the point now where I am so seasoned when it comes to dealing with people, because people, this is what I do. I'm a people person, and I have built my business and my livelihood on dealing with people. So I had to think. Now, mind you, in the past, I wouldn't have done this, but I had to think. I said, let me think here. What is she going through? What happened to her today? So I almost snapped back at her. Instead of doing that, you know what I did? I said, ma'am, it sounds like you're having a rough day. I said, I want to make sure that we're communicating properly. I said, can we please start over? She said, sure. She was still curt. She said, sure, that's fine. I said, okay, because I want to make sure that although I'm a stranger to you, I want to make sure that what I'm communicating to you, that I'm not communicating to you wrong. Now, mind you, I was not wrong, but I put myself in a situation to where I was the one to saying, hey, let me humble myself to see how I can resolve the situation. At the end of the conversation, I found out that this woman has children with autism, just like me. Deep, right? I also found out that she had lost her significant other to cancer. The woman was stressed. You never know what somebody is going through. When they speak to you or when they connect with you, however it comes off, you never know. So I always say, have some grace. Just try to, there's a thing called long suffering, and I'm one of those people. I'm a long suffering friend. I will let you do stuff, and then at a minute I'm like, okay, I gotta address this, right? Hey, Bill, how are you? I haven't seen you in a very long time. There comes a point you have to deal with it. You have to. So today's Motivation Monday, I want to leave you with this. Show some grace and watch your words. Be careful what you say. Be careful how you communicate to people, but also be graceful as to if you are being communicated to, what is the purpose of, where is that coming from? There's something that person's going through. Something has happened to them for them to be the way they are. Even people who are racist, it came from somewhere. That hate came from somewhere, right? And now I'm not saying you got to necessarily show grace to racists. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that if someone talks to you a certain way or they treat you a certain way and you allow them to treat you a certain way, just think about what's going on with them and why they did what they did, right? Sometimes you got to move on. You got to love people from afar. You got to forgive them. And you got to say, you know what? They're going through something. I'm just going to say a quick prayer, God bless them, God, whatever they're going through, God help them, and move on, right? So I'm going to leave you guys with that this morning. I think it's noon now, but I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. Please remember, before you buy a coffee, buy us a coffee. Click on that link that's in this description. Click on our GoFundMe. Please donate $5 instead of buying a coffee. I may do something else, maybe buying a lunch. Maybe buy us lunch. Maybe I'll do that next week or the next 2 weeks after this is over. We'll see. But thank you guys who have supported us. Thank you for your donations. Believe me, it goes a long way. We post updates about what we're doing for our nonprofit and how our foundation and how it is impacting those in Ghana, West Africa, and here in the United States. Okay. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Bye.